Again, there are different ways of responding to that, because when we say India's role in the global economy, the obvious answer is in terms of exports of goods, exports and imports of goods. And indeed, India's share may not be that, may not have increased that dramatically, but whether it's exports or imports of goods, India is much more open to the outside world than it is today. More important, of course, has been India's success in exports of services, and that's one of the reasons why we have had a reasonable export success since 1991. Also, in addition, because India has opened up, there's been a globalization of all kinds of markets. And when I say all kinds of markets, I'm talking about foreign exchange markets, I'm talking about capital markets, I'm talking about markets for technology, intellectual property rights, all of that, even management skills. After all, it's a globalized world, and that's one of the reasons why one is exposed to greater uncertainty, because globalization also means almost tautologically that there will be volatility and uncertainty, whether it is in capital markets or whether it's in exchange markets. The simple point to make is that much of the downturn that we have witnessed is in the developed countries of the West. And much of the growth, despite what we have seen in the last, let's say, 3 years, much of that growth has been happening in the Asian region. And the main drivers of growth, and growth is not just an end in itself, growth is also important in terms of reducing poverty, generating employment. Because of the sheer size, that growth has largely come from China and India, and I think that will continue to be the case in the next several years.